Dragon Ball, Shenron no Nazo. What if Goku used the very first wish on the Dragon Balls to experience his future battles up until the Android Saga? Dragon Ball Z, Kyoshu. Saiyan. What if Garlic Jr. and his minions attacked in between the fight with Raditz and the fight against Nappa and Vegeta? Dragon Ball 3, Gokuden. What if Goku gained Akari after he drank the real divine water? What if Fortune Teller Baba warned Goku about the events of Goku's death at the hands of Raditz? Dragon Ball Z, Atsumare, Goku Warudo. What if Master Roshi taught Goku Dodon Ray during the events of Dragon Ball Episode 8, instead of teaching him the Kamehameha Wave? What if Master Roshi taught Goku Solar Flare during the events of Dragon Ball Episode 8, instead of teaching him the Kamehameha Wave? What if Master Roshi taught Goku the Destructo Disc during the events of Dragon Ball Episode 8, instead of teaching him the Kamehameha Wave? What if Master Roshi taught Goku Special Beam Cannon during the events of Dragon Ball Episode 8, instead of teaching him the Kamehameha Wave? What if Master Roshi taught Goku the Evil Containment Wave during the events of Dragon Ball Episode 8, instead of teaching him the Kamehameha Wave? What if Master Roshi taught Goku the Thunder Shock Surprise during the events of Dragon Ball Episode 8, instead of teaching him the Kamehameha Wave? What if Purunga was evil? What if Purunga inverted the wishes that he granted? What if Goku kept his tail and used it during the fight with Perfect Cell? Dragon Ball Z, Super Saiya Densetsu. What if Gohan got 3 Zenkai boosts when he was being trained by Piccolo? What if Yamcha and Tien survived the battle against Nappa and Vegeta? What if Goku's first fight ended with Vegeta being forced to retreat before he could use either the Power Ball or the Uzaru form? Dragon Ball Z. What if Vegeta went Super Saiyan after only a year of gravity training? Dragon Ball Z. Buyu Retsuden. What if Super Saiyan Goku killed Frieza with a Super Kamehameha on Namek? Dragon Ball Z Super Gokuden Kakusei-hen. What if Tien was able to seal Piccolo up with the Evil Containment Wave and then train under King Kai before being revived? Dragon Ball Z Hyper Dimension. What if Vegeta couldn't go Super Saiyan until he went Majin? Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22. What if Goku fused with Majin Vegeta to fight Majin Buu? Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku. What if Goku was out of the healing tank and faced Frieza right after Purunga died? What if the Special Beam Cannon was invisible? Dragon Ball Z Legendary Super Warriors. What if Gohan kept his tail and used it to transform into a Golden Uzaru and then a Super Saiyan 4 after Cell's return? What if Goku, Gohan, and Vegeta kept their tails and Trunks, Godin, Bra and Pan, Goku Jr., and Vegeta Jr. were either born with their tails or never had their tails removed? Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku 2. What if Goku could use the Spirit Bomb as a Super Saiyan? What if Hercule could use Ki? Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. What if Goku took the heart virus medicine and was present for the fight against androids 16, 17, and 18? What if Goku fused with either Supreme Kai or Kibido Kai? Dragon Ball Z Taiketsu. What if the Saiyans could go Uzaru without their tails? Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. What if Bardock gained Akari and used it to kill Frieza? What if after summoning Shenron for the first time, Goku and Yamcha trained under Kami? What if Goku trained under Master Roshi when Grandpa Gohan was still alive? What if Goku drank the Ultra Divine Water right before his first World Tournament? What if Goku and Piccolo got their potential unlocked by Elder Guru? Dragon Ball Z Sagas. What if Broly appeared in the Frieza Saga and reappeared in the Cell Game Saga? What if Future Goku survived and he and Future Gohan fought the androids? What if Future Gohan never lost his arm? Super Dragon Ball Z. What if King Piccolo survived his fight with Goku and fought him at the World Tournament instead of his son? Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai, Another Road. What if Gohan absorbed a piece of a spirit bomb and instantly developed Ultra Instinct? Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. What if Piccolo trained in the hyperbolic time chamber after the first fight with Cooler? Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2. What if Master Roshi interfered with the fight against Vegeta and used the Thundershock Surprise to immobilize Vegeta while Goku prepared the Spirit Bomb? What if Raditz used Saibamen during his fight against Goku and Piccolo? Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. What if the most powerful Saiyans sacrificed themselves to kill Frieza? What if Goku killed King Piccolo before he could spit out one more egg with a Kamehameha Wave? Tambourine showed up to avenge him, but Goku kills him too. What if Goku went Super Saiyan 3 and defeated both Majin, Vegeta, and Dabura? Dragon Ball Online. What if the several villains of the franchise were empowered by Cyberman chocolate bars of various flavors? Dragon Ball Heroes. What if Trunks, Goten, Bra and Pan, Goku Jr., and Vegeta Jr. were either born with their tails or never had their tails removed? Dragon Ball Burst Limit. What if Broly attacked Goku after he went Super Saiyan 2 in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber? Dragon Ball Raging Blast. What if Goku learned instant transmission before his fight with Piccolo at the World Martial Arts Tournament? What if Gohan and Krillin appeared as Goku was forming the Spirit Bomb, were able to stall Vegeta, and Goku was able to use the Fusion Spirit Bomb to vaporize Vegeta? What if the androids appeared 4 years before future Trunks said that they would arrive? What if Baby Vegeta achieved the same type of Super Saiyan 3 that Vegeta did in Dragon Ball Raging Blast? Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi Tag Team. What if Gohan trained under Kami in the 6 months before he trained under Piccolo? What if Goku took over Frieza's empire after defeating him? Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi, inspired by Dragon Ball Ultimate Tenkaichi Facts and Features You Didn't Know #2 by Brad Mouse. What if Frieza reflected the Spirit Bomb back at Goku, causing him to develop Ultra Instinct? What if the Kamehameha Wave was invisible? Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z. What if Piccolo never showed up, causing Goku, Krillin, and Master Roshi to be the ones to fight Raditz, which ends with Goku killing him with a Super Kamehameha? Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse. What if the Saiyans performed the Super Saiyan God ritual during the Cell Game saga, and Goku fought Cell as a Super Saiyan Blue? What if all of the Z fighters who trained under King Kai learned the Kaioken and Piccolo used it to kill Android 17? Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2. What if Goku had trained under Whis before the Piccolo Jr. saga? What if the Saiyans performed the Super Saiyan God ritual before the 3-year time skip and Goku fought Turles as a Super Saiyan God? What if Vegeta fought Beerus as a Super Saiyan God instead of Goku? What if Mira had Saiyan DNA built into his design? Dragon Ball Kakarot. What if Goku and Krillin had trained for at least 6 months before Raditz arrived? What if each of the Z fighters used Future Trunks' time machine and changed the past at different points before Dragon Ball Super, creating tons of alternate timelines? What if Gohan had trained with both Vegeta and Piccolo after the Cell Games? What if after losing his arm, future Gohan killed Android 18 by surprising her with a special beam cannon, and ended the fight by killing Android 17 with a well-timed Super Masenko? What if future Goku taught future Gohan every version of the Kamehameha Wave, the Kaioken, the Spirit Bomb, and the Instant Transmission? Who would then teach those techniques to future Trunks? What if, inspired by Master Roshi's words, Gohan and Krillin trained for a day in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber? Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. What if Gohan went Super Saiyan when Raditz was torturing Goku? What if all of the Z fighters were present for the fight with Raditz? What if Goku survived the special beam cannon and before dying, Raditz told him and Piccolo that Nappa and Vegeta would be arriving in 1 year? So the Z fighters underwent Kami's training and Goku trained in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. But since Piccolo never mentioned the Dragon Balls, they were training for a threat that would never come.